Just about 2 months ago, I started this anchovy fish sauce, just to see what it's really like to make my own fish sauce. I bought a box of freshly caught anchovies from the fish market, I brought them home, washed them a little bit, and then mixed in some salt, and then packed them into the largest glass jar I could find. I set that jar in a nice sunny spot so that the fish could slowly dissolve in its own digestive enzymes. We did a couple updates since, and slowly watched things change quite dramatically, but let's do another update at 2 months and even extract some fish sauce so we can compare different ages of fish sauce down the line. So let's crack this open and see how it's doing. Now, to be honest, this hasn't changed much since the last update. However, if we compare this to when we first started, all the guts of the anchovies have pretty much dissolved, and all that's left now is the meat, which is almost pretty much dissolved as well, leaving a lot of the bones. This is actually starting to smell quite pleasant as well, which I'll take as a good sign, but this jar is so heavy that it's a risk every time I pick this thing up to check on it. So I went and bought a smaller jar, and I'll transfer some of the fish sauce into the smaller jar, so that now I have 2 batches of fish sauce that are much lighter. I'll pour out a little bit of the fish sauce as well because I want to process a little bit right now. I'm going to be doing this the Korean style, which first involves boiling the fish sauce and then straining it out. I started with a larger sieve first, then put the fish sauce in a bottle to take to the studio where I ran it through some finer cheesecloth and eventually a coffee filter. I did have to put this in the fridge overnight to filter all the way through, but let me tell you, the next day when I checked on this, I was not expecting this color from what was in that jar. It's actually quite beautiful. So I'll transfer this to a glass bottle to keep, but not before giving it a taste. I'm actually blown away at the flavor of this fish sauce, even after 2 months. Of course, it's very salty, but the fish flavor coming through is super savory and delicious, which is getting me super excited for down the line when this ages a little bit more. So make sure to follow if you want to catch later updates as we see how this ages.